Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome to your timeless reading, and if you are returning, thank you for adding your energy to every upload. Today I'm super excited because I am finally using my own deck. This deck started as just a very simple activity to do something creative that didn't require anything of me. And it turned into a 50 card deck. So I will be using this a lot on this channel. Every card is super meaningful, and no one has even seen this deck except for my eyes and those of you who are watching it. So thank you so much for sharing this with me. I haven't named her yet. I'm in between two different names. I can't decide. And I guess when I finally go for my next final print, after I look at all of these and decide, you know, what needs to be tweaked, what doesn't, hopefully by then I will have a name. So let's get right into this reading. Don't forget to look at the timestamps, anything that jumps out to you, any of the images on the card that jump out to you, because all of that may have some channeled guidance in it for you from your spiritual team. So 3 hours later. Alright, I want to know what's a good measure. One more, because I just feel like it, right, okay. It's like I just feel like it's holding back. It is okay. It is safe. It is safe. You're my deck. Ooh, on the bottom of the deck we have Quest, Leap, Integrate, Transmute. Okay. So if you're coming to this reading, we are going to be talking about your life path. You may be, especially right now, we have Mercury retrograde in Cancer, and for me personally, it has been very, very, very emotionally triggering. So there may be some of you who are in this energy where you feel like you're about this close to spiraling, or you just need some encouragement right now. Because with Quest, I do feel like you are entering a phase in your life where you're entering a new level of abundance, but it's coming out of a really painful period where you've had to transmute a lot of painful experiences. You've had to change. You've had to change the way that you think about things, the way that you look at things. I don't feel like there's a lot in your physical reality that has changed, but I do think that there is a lot of change that has happened with your perspective about life, okay? The first card that we had come out was Detour, Elevation, Illusion, Timeline, Slide, okay? Humility, Inevitable, Surge, Union, and Chaos, Autonomy, Challenge, Raw. Okay, this is probably my favorite card. There's a lot of cards in this deck that I'd probably say were my favorite card, but Chaos is one of them. Okay, so there's definitely been a period of a tower moment for somebody coming through this reading with Slide. Okay, both of these cards are inspired by, I have a few cards in this deck that are inspired by some of my favorite songs and musicians, right? Both of these are, Chaos is inspired by Miguel, and Slide is inspired by the Dixie Chicks, okay? And the song Landslide, right? When life inevitably humbles you because whatever you have been building your life on is no longer sustaining you, but you're in this period where you're not seeing solutions for that yet. You're just living in the energy of feeling like everything is sort of crumbling, because you have been on a karmic detour with detour card, elevation, illusion, timeline. The point of you going on this karmic detour was to reveal illusions to you so that you could elevate to the next timeline, right? This is why we're getting quest. This is why we're getting quantum leap, integration, transmute, because this entire period that you've been on, there is this energy where you feel like this was your end goal, but it was actually only a detour. And inevitably, in order to shift out of this detour and into your next phase, you were going to have to hit that tower moment, that slide, that surge of change or collapse or dismantlement of a certain identity, okay, in order for you to move forward. And the purpose of this is for this union, okay, balance, reverence, unconditional, that you're moving toward, and also personal autonomy, because with Kaios, Scorpio energy, Pluto energy, okay, that's more transformation energy, okay, and then I believe this is Neptune energy, okay. There is a large spiritual shift that is taking place in order to facilitate this union that you're coming into, but you're required to be your authentic self, and there's this burning away of all of these karmic energies that have had you adrift, okay? And in your darkest moment, you may see a blue butterfly, you may be seeing butterflies, okay? Because this is a huge period of transformation. So I'm going to pull some tarot over each card to get some clarifications. Bonus jumper. Okay, Page of Wands in the reverse position. So this change is felt. It's just this, persistent feeling of not knowing how to step forward that is causing frustration at this time, okay? Before I even cut the deck, we have the Four of Cups. Like, there is this, it's very Mercury retrograde, where everything that we're feeling is very visceral, and the things that have been holding us back are becoming like a level of intolerability, okay? For detour, we have the World in the reverse position, right? So, wow, that's so synchronistic. So what I was saying about this was, you thought that where you are right now in your life was your final destination, but the World in the reverse position is about an incomplete journey, right? It's about your destiny path, but it's about the fact that it's in an incomplete state, because we are on this karmic detour to eliminate certain illusions. And I would actually love to look a little bit deeper into some of those illusions, okay, that are being eliminated. So I'm gonna pull from Soul Symphony to see if we can get a clarifier on what part of this detour, what are the illusions that you were supposed to be unseeing in this detour, and were being revealed to you in this detour. Okay, so we have new boo, happy place, seeing someone new love, blossoms, and joy. Okay, so wow. And then on the bottom of this deck, there's union in the reverse position. So you've been living in an illusion that, like, there's this new relationship that you have wanted for some time, okay? And you've been living in this illusion that it wasn't possible, right? And so the detour was to extract what feels like doubt, right? But by like a very unconventional means, because what they did to address your doubt was to allow you to go down a pathway without this new boo, this new relationship, this union, okay, that was subconsciously that we wanted, but that was outside of this detour. We went a different way, and they allowed you to fully, it's like fully realizing the fantasy until you wake up inside of it and you're fully in it. And it's like, oh yeah, by the way, this was never your final spot. And it's just like, oh, well, like, but I had to commit all the way to it. It's like, in order for you to fully see that, like, you were in an illusion on this detour, they needed you to buy totally into it. Okay. And it was to reveal to you that there is a timeline where there is this new relationship, this union, this elevation that you're looking for, but you had to release the illusion that it wasn't possible, or that this detour was your final destination. I think we were trying to accept that the detour was our final destination, but that was the illusion. Okay. Excuse me. I'm a little under the weather, so I'm sorry if I sound raspy. With slide, we have Six of Pentacles, humility, inevitable surge. Okay, so one of the reasons why this detour also took place was because you needed to learn the energy of true giving from a place of humility. Okay, with Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles can be about generosity, gift giving. It could be about just balance in a relationship where both people are giving and taking and receiving. And so part of the illusion that you needed to address was that in order for you to give in this life, whether it is like give of yourself through your art, through your gifts, give of yourself from a loving place, give of yourself to your partner, your children, your community, in order for you to do that, you needed to find a level of humility. Because with the Six of Pentacles, there's this energy, even though it's in the upright position, where it's like you felt as though certain things were owed to you, right? Because there's this energy with Six of Pentacles of like idol worship. Now, I don't think that you felt like you were an idol, but it just comes across like whoever is resonating with this, and this may be your person that you're thinking about, or this may be you, right? But whoever this energy is, you almost felt like certain things were, like you were entitled to certain things, and it wasn't until your total illusion was burst that you realized that you get what you give, and at some point when you stop giving, you don't get anything back. You know, you can't just spend all your time taking and taking and taking and taking and expecting to continue to be replenished, right? So this is why we've had this tower moment, because we needed to come to the realization that like we don't give in the way that we think that we do, okay, with the Six of Pentacles, but we will be doing that now, okay? We have the moon, more Cancerian energy with balance, reverence, and unconditional. Okay, so you may have Cancer placements, your person may have Cancer placements. This is definitely speaking to the current Mercury retrograde in Cancer, and I believe a new moon in Cancer today or yesterday. Okay, so one of the reasons, and I'm going to definitely pull a clarifier over these two energies, because one of the reasons for this detour and you having to fully live the illusion before it was revealed to you that this wasn't your final destination, and that there isn't anything that you have to give, or you don't have to find humility in yourself in this world in order to feel aligned on your path, is because there is a lot of emotional ambiguity with this union energy, where like you have a lot of these feelings, deep Cancerian, loving, nurturing, passionate feelings, but this level of mystery behind them is also maybe a part of what you don't give, right, with the Six of Pentacles, because there's this energy, like I said, of idol worship, where you feel like people need to worship you or pour into you or show you first, or almost like, wow, like almost like in a very unhinged karmic way. Like I say that with a monsoon of of just like love and support. Like it just feels like there was this energy where you felt like you needed to extract and receive everything before you could give. And that created a level of emotional ambiguity between you and this person. So let's clarify that. Wow, okay, so guarded in the reverse position. And then on the bottom of the deck, okay, around fall. Okay, so the reason why guarded is in the reverse position is because you're being asked to let down your emotional guard. You're being asked to, instead of looking at all the ways that it would be nice if somebody did something for you with around fall in the reverse position, like look at the ways that you can contribute, that you can add abundance, that you can show gratitude, right? Fall is a season of gratitude. Like, how can you show emotional gratitude? By, releasing some of this heart chakra block, okay, with this emotional mystery. Because Six of Pentacles is also another card of gratitude. Like, there needs to be humility and gratitude in order for you to completely release the illusion timeline, okay, period. That was very clear, okay? And then with Chinez, we have Seven of Swords. So wow, okay. So you may feel like you have to scheme, plot, martyr yourself, like there is this energy that what is happening right now in the earth plane is super challenging, transformatively, okay, in your life or in your person's life, however this energy is resonating with you. And there's this energy of strategy, okay, but there is, I'm going to clarify this, there's, so the Seven of Swords can be the thief, the liar, right, or the strategist, right, and I'm getting strategy, but with Chinez, I'm also getting that there is hidden energy, Scorpio energy, where there is some hidden, potentially taboo energy. Triggers in the reverse position, and I love that so much because of the album that this card is inspired by. There's a song called Triggered on it. Oh my gosh. yeah okay, so we have call and children, okay. You cannot allow, and triggers has childhood wounds on it, okay, yeah. You cannot allow the chaos of the current moment to bring you into an energy of childishness. Like, this is why humility is being emphasized, because there is this energy where your spiritual team is recognizing that you're at a pivotal point. You're at a crossroads with Quest, right? You're about to leave this illusion timeline and anchor more firmly into your destiny timeline. But you need the humility. You need to be able to express your emotions humbly to this partner, right, that you want to have this union with, that you now believe you can have it with. But there's this energy with the Seven of Swords that you want to fall back onto childish ways of communicating, maybe things from your past, and because I feel safe for you, right? Okay, but you need to humble yourself and take down, take the landslide, What I mean by take the landslide is just go with the flow, allow the mudslide, allow it to be messy, even if it's not perfect, but you have a responsibility, okay, emotionally in relationships as much as you have physical, tangible responsibilities. And that's what's being addressed here. There is this childhood wound of never truly taking emotional responsibility for things, and you are being asked to mature out of the energy that is always, potentially trying to find a creative way with the Seven of Swords. And creative could also mean lying, right? Find a way to justify, our own chaos, our own imperfection, right? Because that's truly what it is. The imperfection of change, the imperfection of a shift of power in life, whether it's outside of yourself or internal, right? Like, there's a part of that that isn't going to be pretty, and we can't over strategize our way through that in order to avoid some sort of emotional accountability, right? Because there is this conversation with call that you're looking to have with respect to this union, but you're being blocked at the moment from having it because they feel as though you're trying to take an old approach that may make you feel safe but perpetuates emotional immaturity. So I'm going to shuffle for one more clarifying card. On the bottom of the deck, we have 8 of Wands in the reverse position, okay, with Quest. Okay, this is about being able to move forward, but you're being put in this period of pause because in order for you to move forward, you do need to communicate emotionally and you need to communicate honestly, but that can't come with the strategy, the strategy that is prioritizing your ego, right? If your communication has to be raw and messy, allow it to be, but allow it to be real, even if what is truly real to you, unique to you, autonomous to you, may be considered taboo, right? In some circles, like, I feel this way, but technically I shouldn't because of X, Y, or Z, right? So let's pull one more clarifier from my deck. Name comes soon. Okay. Block, curse, denial, resist. Okay, so so what this is telling me is that you are at a place where you are about to open a gateway for a quantum leap, okay? But if you remain resistant and in denial of needing to release these emotional patterns that don't serve you, you will remain blocked from the opportunity and blocked from your destiny path, okay? I hope you got something out of this reading. Thank you so much. If you resonate with my energy, this was kind of a tough love reading, so if you resonate with that, not that all the readings are like this, consider subscribing. Give me a like. That helps me greatly in the algorithm, and I will see you in the next one.